Hello students, this is the first session of chapter number 8. You must have heard the term cyclone or tornado. So in this chapter, you will be studying winds, storms, cyclones and some other natural phenomena. In this session, you will be studying about air and its properties. So let's start it.
Okay, students. So, first of all, why we are discussing air in this chapter? Anyone? Yes, because if we consider wind or thunderstorm or even cyclone, air is the common factor amongst all of them. So, without getting that basic fundamentals, you cannot understand the complex topic, right? That's why we are discussing it. So, we live on the earth, right? Which is surrounded by air. And that layer of air surrounding the earth is called atmosphere. Also, the moving air is called wind. It is formed by the heat of the sun, or it may be said that unequal heating of different parts of the earth forms wind. Right? Okay, so now these are the properties of the air. Later on, we are going to discuss in detail. First of all, first property is air exerts pressure. Second, high-speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. Third, air expands on heating. Fourth, wind currents are generated due to uneven heating on the earth. Means uneven heating between the equator and the poles, or uneven heating of land and water. First property, air exerts pressure. The continuous physical force exerted on an object or against an object when something comes in contact with it is called pressure. Air exerts pressure in different ways under different situations and on all objects and in all directions. To understand this, take a tin can with a lid, fill it approximately half with water, heat the can on a candle flame till the water boils. Let the water boil for a few minutes. Then, immediately put the lid tightly on the can. Put the can carefully in a shallow metallic vessel or a wash basin. Pour fresh water over the can. Now, observe the result. Why the can gets distorted? The reason behind it, as water is poured over the can, some steam in the can condenses into water, reducing the amount of air inside. It means the pressure of air inside the can decreases compared to the pressure exerted by the air from outside the can. As a result, the can gets compressed. This activity again confirms that air exerts pressure. So let's check some other examples as well. Like when you ride a bicycle against the direction of the wind or boat against wind direction, you can feel the air pressure. Yes? Yes, and how can we forget about the kite festival? Right? Why? Because flying of kite against the direction of the wind is a very good example to understand the air pressure. Okay, now let's see the second property of the air. High-speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. Means if the speed of wind increases in particular area, the pressure of the air in that area decreases. For that, we will do one experiment. Crumple a small size of paper into a ball of size smaller than the mouth of an empty bottle. Hold the empty bottle on its side and place the paper ball just inside its mouth.
Now try to blow on the ball to force it into the bottle and check what happened. So students, that question should arise in your mind. Why is it difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle? Because the pressure inside the bottle becomes higher than that outside the bottle. When air blown, the paper ball doesn't go inside. In fact, the ball comes out of the bottle, means from higher pressure area to lower pressure area.
Okay, now see this picture. This picture, I think, it looks funny, right? But when you are going to remind yourself about high and low pressure, this will surely help. How? Because this shows how air pressure works.
So students, another example that we can discuss about this topic is when you blow over the paper strip, it goes upwards. Again, this could happen if blowing over the paper reduce the air pressure above the strip.
So now I hope you understand the high pressure and low pressure concept. I'm repeating it again. Air moves from the region where the air pressure is high to the region where the pressure is low. The greater the difference in pressure, the faster the air moves. Okay? But how are the pressure differences created in nature? That's what we will see in next slides.
Okay students, so this is another experiment to understand the same principle. When we are going to blow the air between balloons tied to a rod, this reduces the air pressure between the balloons. Since the pressure at the outer parts are higher than inside, the balloons move towards each other. That is, higher pressure to lower pressure. So students, let's take third property, and that is air expands on heating. Means on heating the air expands and occupies more space. To understand this, we will take one glass bottle and we are going to keep its mouth covered with a balloon, and then we are going to keep it inside a vessel which is full of water, and then we are going to hit it. This activity demonstrates that the air inside the bottle expands when heated, causing the air molecules to move faster. And this is what causes the balloon to inflate. Since warm air takes up more space than the same amount of cold air, it makes the balloon inflate. Means heated air expands and occupies more space. When the same thing occupies more space, it becomes lighter. The warm air is therefore lighter than the cold air. That is the reason that the smoke goes up. Fourth property, wind currents are generated due to uneven heating on the earth. First, wind circulation is set up from the poles to the warmer latitudes. So students, see this image. In this image, pink arrow denotes the cool air coming from 30-degree latitude towards equator. Also, it denotes the cool air coming from poles towards 60-degree latitude and warm air from 60-degree rising up. So now what happens in summer? Near the equator, the land warms up faster. In most of the time, the temperature of the land is higher than that of water in the oceans, right? So the air over the land gets heated and rises. This causes the winds to flow from the ocean towards the land that you can see in this image. Red arrows towards the land side from the ocean. These are monsoon winds. So now these winds from the oceans carry water and bring rain. It is a part of the water cycle. The monsoon winds carry water and it rains. But students, in winter, the direction will change. The direction of the wind flow gets reversed. It flows from the land to ocean. So that's it for this session. Today we learned about what is wind, what are different properties of the air, and why do we need to study the properties of the air. Your homework today is to list down few examples of different properties of the air. Do the revision what you have learned. I will see you in the next session. Till then, take care. And in the next session, you are going to learn about a topic cyclone, formation of cyclone, structure of cyclone, and destruction caused by cyclone.